What is a future-ready business? Ja meillä on puhujana Regional Director Vodafone Americas and Partner Markets Vodafoneilta, David Joosten. Welcome, David, and the stage is yours.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for the warm welcome. My Finnish is not super, so I will do the presentation in English. Also, you probably see my camera, so this funky picture from the guy with the umbrella is also not me. I'll give everybody a quick introduction to who I am. First of all, I'm super excited to be giving a slot on this amazing forum for ICT. I think it's a very special period for a lot of businesses. So, and ICT is, and especially the Elisa ICT product portfolio solution and strategy, I think is really impressive. So I'm really happy to be here. So David Joosten, I'm Belgian. I'm the regional director for Vodafone Business, running two areas. So one of which is the US, so Americas. Which is predominantly US, a little bit of Canada, and smaller parts of South America. But another part of the region that I am responsible for is partner markets. So partner markets within Vodafone is a very strategic element of our footprint, or where we do business, and Elisa partnership and relationship actually falls under that remit as well. So everything that we do with Elisa, whether it is bringing business to, or Elisa bringing business to Vodafone, and how we work together is part of my responsibility. I was asked to talk about the future business. So on a yearly basis, we conduct a survey with a large amount of decision makers, predominantly in ICT, but also in general business management, on what the future of business basically looks like. And I will cover that in my last couple of slides. I think with the impact of COVID-19, pretty actual and somewhat different to what future business was last year when we conducted a similar survey. Just a quick one on Vodafone Business. So most of you will probably have heard of Vodafone. Vodafone Business is the element that, or the business unit that sells to enterprises. And basically we do that through a portfolio of roughly six axes. One of which is, sorry, that went too fast, is mobility. The other one is unified comms, IoT, services, and then cloud and security. And we do that pretty much all over the globe, depending on what portfolio we position towards our customers. So we have mobility operations in roughly 22 markets of our own. So the most of which you probably, or most people will know, which is the UK, Germany, Spain, Italy. So a lot of the European markets, but also a very significant presence in sub-Saharan Africa, as in Australia and India. 17 countries where we have fixed operations. So for the last years, we've done quite some acquisitions in the fixed space. Again, predominantly in Europe, but also we did an acquisition of a fixed operator, or a global fixed operator, which was Cable and Wireless, a little bit over 6 years ago, which gave us access to a very broad international wide area network. And then the part that I mentioned in the beginning is partner markets, is where we do not have footprint and where we do not have any ambition to acquire companies, which is something we've stopped a couple of years ago. We partner, and partnering for us is not just a handshake and saying, "Oh, let's work well together." A partner relationship with us is pretty fast in terms of what we do with each other. So one of which is Vodafone Global Enterprise. So we support roughly 1,500 customers on a global basis, which are our largest and most important customers. And that customer base, we work exclusively with those partners to supply services in those markets. So again, for Elisa, which is an exclusive partnership for us, which has been spanning for roughly 19 years, we bring those customers that have footprint outside of Finland, and we work exclusively with Elisa for Finland, but the other way around as well. So Finnish customers that want to do business outside of Finland, Vodafone is a preferred partner for that. So that's just one element of the partnership. There are more. There is partnerships around IoT. or what partners we use in Finland, for example, for IoT tech connectivity. But this spans pretty much all over the entire service portfolio, even on roaming or jointly buying things together. So a pretty important partnership for us. Vodafone, quickly, and then I'll move into the report. Largest IoT provider worldwide, leader for the last couple of years, roughly 103 million devices covered over 39 countries. Some of the largest car manufacturers, pretty much all of them, car manufacturers use our connectivity. Very broad fixed network, and today the largest 5G network across Europe, with over 1,000 cells already connected on that technology. Last but not least, as I said, Elisa and Vodafone Business have worked for a very long time together. They are absolutely our arm when it comes to Finland, and vice versa. From a technological perspective, but also from just working well together. I think Elisa has always been a super good relationship, someone that I have for the last, I think, 10 years have cherished and look forward to continuing for the years to come. Moving into the future-ready business. We analyzed lots of businesses, I think roughly 200-300 large multinational organizations, but also some smaller organizations, and identified a few things that I think a ready business basically needs to have to adapt to changing environment. And I think at the moment, I'll cover that in a few minutes. We will see more of that going forward, because the world is just in turmoil and we need to continuously adapt. Positive attitude to change. Apparently, you need to, you cannot resist change all the time. I think you need to know that change is the only certainty we have in business and global economy. So you need to have a positive attitude to that and don't resist it. New technologies. I think the day everybody is following is, I'm sure, pretty much also about that. Being open to new technologies and how technologies can support your business, not just in things to reduce cost, but really to create new business models. And I think that's where technology comes in at this point as being super important. Detailed strategies, not just having goals or saying, well, we want digital disruption or we want digital transformation, but really drilling into detail on where you want to take that to go, where you want to take digital disruption, or having digital be a key component of your growth strategy. Keeping up to date with emerging trends, probably a bit similar to open to new technology. Again, I'm sure this is something a lot of you that are on this call are looking for, is what is happening in the world. How can I keep up to date with these new trends? And that's something both Elisa and Vodafone are pretty keen on helping you with. And adaptable. You need to change all the time, and I think COVID has been well, probably the most important one. But we've seen that companies that have adapted to change and to new trends and new technologies better are also adapting at this point better to the crisis the global economy and business are in. So it is something as a business you need to keep a lookout that you're adaptable to change. Now, challenges for 2020, and we're almost in October, so we've had some of the challenges already for the last couple of months. But I think the consensus is there that the challenges are not gone, and we need to continue to think about these. We identified 5. Businesses need to rebuild and reinforce their resilience in the face of the pandemic. Exactly that. So whether you're in manufacturing, whether you're in telecom, whether you're in healthcare, you need to rebuild. People are not, customers are not buying similarly. Logistical processes are not the same. Your people are not able to access resources as they used to be. So we need to change. We need to rebuild. Some businesses have operations that do not operate anymore. So you have to change your business model quite rapidly. If you look at an example, like for the last couple of years, we used to use Uber pretty pretty commonly as the example for a digital transformation. At this point, they've lost an entire arm of their business, and they're completely reinventing their business model. So every business is confronted with this. A quick changing about social attitudes and customer behaviors. Social attitudes, I think us being at home, being able to connect from wherever in environments that are not always as easy, whether it's with kids running around or a wife that also needs to do work. It is a massive change to how we need to work from now on. And customer behaviors, we are not able to see customers in the field anymore. Well, at least not at this point. So we need to adapt. I have roughly, I have a few hundred salespeople that from one day to the other had to do it remotely. So we adapted pretty quickly and changed the way of selling, gave them new tools, changed their working space quite quickly, because if you sit all day behind a laptop, you need to make sure people have a good chair as well. So a lot of those things change, and psychologically people need to adapt. And you need to take care of that. People are important. They are what drives your business. What is the contact with your customers? So you need to make sure your employees are very well taken care of. And those are things that we need to adapt us as businesses. Sustainability is now the standard. Just as an idea, the European Union has issued a COVID recovery fund of roughly 700 billion to inject into businesses in Europe and worldwide, and 1/3 of that needs to have when you apply for those funds, 1/3 of that needs to be green. So just as an importance, how green sustainability is important for the upcoming years, if it already hasn't been for a lot of companies here on the call. Data and digital economy are fast creating new business challenges and opportunities. We at Vodafone say, well, crisis is opportunity, and I think it's exactly that. But you need to adapt. It's not. Some businesses have it more difficult than others, but there is really opportunity in this. I think if you look at a lot of the IT organizations, a lot of the telecom operators, for this is absolutely an accelerator to change, to bring new business models, to bring new ideas and new opportunities to the market that can help our customers, but not only our customers as businesses, but individual users, governments, NGOs, all those. People need to fastly create new opportunities, and you need to change the way you recruit and nurture talent. In the past, you would have a standard job interview. You would meet someone. That's over. So that's it's a thing of the past. I think video conferencing in recruitment has always been, or for the last couple of years, been quite common. But it's the standard. It's a new normal at this point. And you also need to stay connected to those people. So I recruited quite some people over the last couple of months that I have not met yet. So you need to make sure that you continue to motivate and give those people the right coaching while they are not in an office anymore. That they can find their way. And technology, I think, is a key differentiator to that. Is making sure people are connected. And that you can coach them and have meaningful conversations with them. So what does that look like for the post-COVID-19 business? Just a few examples from Vodafone. So we have around 110,000 employees on a worldwide scale. For our business employees, so in March when we basically said to everybody that they could not come to offices anymore, we did a large-scale transformation on our sales force. So we reinvested in whatever CRM additions that we could do. So we were pretty standardized on Salesforce, but we added additional layers of intelligence to that. So we made sure that all our video conferencing tools were upgraded, that people had necessary banners and screens behind them to make sure that sometimes the environment that they are doing their video conferences in is professional. We invested in psychological programs. So what does that mean? It's like online training or online counseling for people who have a hard time to be able to be supported. So we started already in April a massive investment into that, because we knew that that post-COVID we would have to adapt. And even though we will at some point, I'm pretty sure, get out of this crisis, and we will not continue the way we're doing now, I do believe that we will go to a hybrid model of virtual versus travel and field contacts. Office space redefined. I think everybody has that. Vodafone has roughly, I think, 3,000 buildings on a worldwide scale. We were doing office rationalization already before that. We already thought that we had a very intelligent office policy by how we monitor things, how we use IoT for all those tools, how we scan, how we use intelligent cameras in our office spaces. But at this point, that has changed. The office is now at home, and even though we were quite a virtual and remote company, our office space policy has massively changed already. So we already renegotiating our leases with landlords. We are re-looking at our facility management policies. So all those things COVID has accelerated that, and will have a massive impact to that. Supply chain redrawn for resilience. What we've seen with a lot of our customers, predominantly in healthcare, at some point, those companies just needed things quicker. They needed them quicker. They needed to get them out through other routes. They needed us to supply services differently to other countries, and that has created a massive shift in supply chain. So for whatever happens, we need to be prepared. Those supply chain logistics need to be resilient, and that's something we are also changing as a business. So how do we supply mobile devices? How do we make sure that our links and fixed infrastructure is supplied in time? How do we package our solutions more intelligently that when a customer says, I need a phone, I need a SIM card, I need a landline, I need an internet access, and I need a modem, and all that together, send me that to 1,000 people in a couple of days. So all those things have really reshaped how Vodafone has implemented a supply chain strategy, and not different for any other business. I think everybody will come out of this with different policies and protocols. So supply chain is completely changing. And then operating model, and I think that one we could have said probably a couple of months ago, pre-COVID, digital, automated, not different, I think, than before, but just speed up. I think there are new digital models that we need to look at. We need to do it quicker. We need to make sure that we automate quicker than we used to, because customers are sitting at home and they're used to having a similar experience as the Amazons and the Googles of the world, is where everything is just on a mouse click, and you can access your inventory, or you can access all the services you have, and everything needs to be end-to-end automated between when a customer goes on a site to the point of delivery, and then the entire follow-up process that comes after that. So massive change in operating model, and continuously a big change in operating model. With that, some thoughts. So the report is on our website. Feel free to connect to me also on LinkedIn. I think I've also had to adapt as a leader quite significantly when it came to using digital. So it is a change for every one of us. And even though you're used to being a field person and traveling and all that kind of stuff, we all had to adapt. And I think whether in business or in personal life, that is a change we're going to and we will have to do. So last couple of words for me. I think I've seen the agenda of the conference. I think it's Elisa has put forward a really great agenda. I was able to follow some of the sessions. I thought was really interested. I hope this was interesting. If anybody feels they want to see the power of two, so Elisa and Vodafone, any of the business or the partners on the forum, please do not hesitate to reach out to me or anybody of the Elisa team. We'd be more than happy to connect you or to the right people within Vodafone. If you have questions on the policies we've implemented, on the services and solutions that we have together with Elisa, or any other question you might have for us. So with that, I wish you a super rest of the day. I hope everybody stays safe and healthy, and have a great rest of the day. And look forward to maybe hearing from you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David, on these insights on your behalf. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.